Actually, dare I say it? We're a master.
I do what I can. It's for the kids. You know, first and foremost, it's for the kids.
It's for the kids. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, exactly. It's for the kids. No, it's true. I hate to say it. We as Greek kids were raised to lie, and lie some more.
But like I said, but we're not total degenerates because it comes from truth.
It does.
That's what now, first of all, we have great vocal skills. Jeff, you know this, especially from Winnipeg. You have lots of Greek friends.
Listen, I got to tell you, it's not just Greek kids that were raised that way.
Thank God. It's nice to, you know what? It's nice to hear that because sometimes we feel like we were the only ones that
felt shamed, right? Yeah.
We lied big and we stuck to them.
That's it.
Anyone who's in the entertainment business, whether it be in a band, a restaurant, you know, if you're forward client facing, you got to talk your way out of jams. And it's a skill we learn when we're very young.
You know what? I worry about this new generation. I don't think they have that skill.
They can't say anything.
Nothing.
There's no wit.
There's no wit.
And if there is wit, no one else gets it.
Yeah.
And then they get exposed and shamed.
They're exactly. Wit shamed.
They're wit shamed.
Yeah, that's not good either.
No.
You know, there's something to be said about back in the day where you got lazy at night, you didn't want to do your homework, and then the next day your teacher calls upon you, of course, and says, "Hey, little Dimitri, get up into the blackboard and do that homework."
Right.
And you're like, you know what? This is what happened, Mrs. Smith. Blah, blah, blah.
That's
and you
right.
come up. Like, I almost feel like I could put you on the spot right now and you could come up with the best excuse of all time.
Oh, 100%. Be like, look, we have a dog. It's not doing well. Who's going to challenge that? Who's going to challenge it?
Exactly.
Right? I had to take care.
Yeah.
I was up late, so I'll tell you what my excuse is.
Yeah.
I just didn't do it. Okay? I'm sorry. I didn't do it.
You know, and then truth. Yeah.
And then truth, right?
Yeah,
See, you get the truth.
there,
you lie with the truth.
Right.
And that's what works. If you come up with a blatant lie, like, oh, I was really sick yesterday, and your recovery time, especially as a young kid, is over, it doesn't work.
Isn't that the
Then
truth?
they see right through it.
That's right.
Although, I learned a great trick from a friend of mine, Jason. This is in junior high. He goes, anytime you want to claim you're sick in the class,
right,
like it's coming right now.
Yeah.
When the teacher's not looking or it's Reese or whatever, you rub your cheeks so hard, you rub them so they get red. And then it looks like you're coming down with something. It buys you time to take a nap in the nurse's office.
Brilliant play. Jason, you said?
Jason.
Ahead of his game.
Ahead of his time.
Yeah.
I told him. And it started, I remember we were in grade 9 math. Again, this is a true story. It's a true story. We're in grade 9 math.
Confessions of Junior.
Confessions, yeah. So we're in grade 9 math, and I turn to him, I go, man, I am so tired. I go, I just don't, I don't want to be here. I just want to sleep. He goes, He goes, hey, rookie, hold my, my pencil.
Yeah, sure.
Okay?
Yeah.
Okay, hold it for a sec. Let me tell you what you got to do. He gives me the trick. I do it. I walk up. I go, hey, Mr. Radomski, not doing over well. He goes, I can see that. He goes, would you need to go home? I go, no, I don't need to go home. We don't need to go that far, but maybe I could just rest a bit and come back for the afternoon classes. He agreed. How could he not?
How could he not? Exactly. Podcast 97. That's how it starts.
Boom.
97, McDavid. So there's a lot of pressure on this podcast to be the best pound for pound podcast.
That's a lot of pressure.
A lot of pressure.
I never ask you.
Sure.
You're always asking me. I never ask you.
What's up?
How was your weekend?
Oh, well, thank you very much. You know what? Very relaxed weekend. Nothing much. Look, when you're a father of a 2-month-old, there's not much you can do. We went for dinner. We went sushi. First time we took the little guy out.
Yeah.
It was great. He started crying at the very end. We were on our way out anyways, and I won't lie to you. I had a little bit of a panic attack. I was worried. I don't want to disturb the other people. You know, I felt kind of bad. I was like, hey, let's throw him in the seat and we'll figure him out in the car.
No, now's the time.
I know. You know what? And I guarantee you, let it a couple more months, couple more situations like that, I'll be the first one to be like, hey, what's the problem over there? But the reality was I was a little nervous. I was like, let's go.
It's a
rookie mistake, rookie father mistake.
Time.
I was worried.
You know what I mean?
But no, it was good. How about you?
You know what? Just relaxing, man. I'm not doing anything. You know, I'm dealing with something right now.
You're injured. You're on the IR right now. We're
going to find out what we're dealing with. Mm-hmm. It could be gout.
Hey,
could not be gout.
Maybe
we don't know.
It's not gout.
We don't know.
Yeah.
But no, I'm just relaxing, man. That's all there was. You know, watch Sunday night or Sunday all day.
All same with me.
This is why the NFL, they just look. Here's 4 months. We're gonna give it to you 1 day a week.
Yeah.
Maybe one on Thursday, one on Monday for the
just
people. You know,
trickle it in. Yeah.
And what a great league, and it's just enough. And the breaks, too. You
Yeah.
get the morning.
Yeah.
Then you have just enough to grab a bite to eat, recoup. You know, get mentally composed for
Isn't
the
that the truth?
afternoon game.
Exactly.
And then when that's done, you got another hour and a bit to.
It's true. All
get
of it is
going.
true. It's funny you say that. That's exactly what I did Sunday. Me and the little guy were watching as much football as we possibly humanly could.
Well, if you put the Packers Cowboys at 225, let's be honest.
Yeah. It's shut down.
That's
No one's
crazy.
talking to us at that time. Boom. Jeff, how was your weekend? You want to tell us a little bit of you seem to have like way better weekends than us now. You have all the toys and everything too.
Yeah, well, I had to spend some time working on some of my toys. I got the final steps of the boat winterization done.
Oh
Nice.
yeah, right.
And I got out on the bike both Saturday and Sunday. Sunday was much nicer, but
Yes.
it's the last few days. Got to do it.
Oh,
Got to
man.
get out there.
Oh,
if you
yeah.
can.
For all those that don't live in Calgary, we have a slight snowstorm going on here today, and
It hasn't stopped
you know,
all day.
just a
It
drizzle.
just keeps-
and it's cold.
Just
it's
a bit, but it's
that
cool.
annoying snow. It's not big flakes. It's that sleety kind of just gross snow that just hits you in the face and reminds you that it's snowing outside.
Yeah, and it just sticks around.
Yeah, it just sticks
It's like
around.
that friend.
But you know what? You curl up, put this podcast on, and you just pretend that it's not snowing. I guess.
Get
I don't
cozy,
know.
Ross.
Get cozy,
'Cause
Get-
we're coming in hot.
Get that rosé. Listen, what do we got on the itinerary today?
Look, we just talked about it. We're going to talk about it again. Of course, the NFL is something that we talk on a week-to-week basis, and there's a new cat in town.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and you will find out
Yes.
during the Pick'em segment.
Oh, really? Looking forward to that. Then we got a little NHL. We're going to talk a little bit about NHL. I mean, it's a weekend. We got to talk a little bit about it. Obviously, like you
We
said,
just got
NFL.
Johnny's Irish fans. We can't stop
Yeah,
now.
we can't stop now. And we're going to talk a little bit about Johnny. That was a great episode last week. That was fun.
Guy's a genius.
Guy's a genius. We got the Maclin CFL Minute. I got lots to say about that. We got the Major League Minute.
It's going to be there.
We got a little rapid banter.
Thank goodness.
And then we're going to finish it up with a little Maga Malaka. I think you're going to like it. It's a little bit off topic, but right on topic.
And ladies and gentlemen, I just want to say one thing as well. Don't forget, this podcast, all of you are on Podbean, and if it's working for you, great. But just remember, you can download it on iTunes, okay? And be sure to follow us on the channels too, okay?
Yeah.
Get on the Facebook page, get
What you
on the
doing?
discussion community, Instagram. We're working hard on this, okay?
Hey.
And thank you to those. Now, look, let's get into the topics. Oh, wait, no, we won't, because before we do any of that business, and Jeff, thank you for cueing the music.
Beautiful.
We got to give to you the Headversity metrics of the week. That's right. Headversity.com is the leader in workplace resilience. They're tackling mental health issues. They're going into organizations like the United States Hockey League, corporate downtown, anywhere that needs restructuring and want to tackle things at that level. These guys are the best. Headversity.com. Make a profile, get interactive. Loving life what they're doing over there. Thank you all to the boys and girls that have helped Real Locker Room Talk get to where it is. Now, you want to talk about metrics? Again, last week we gave Johnny's metrics. We did. But we got to give his metrics again because
Right.
the number is 55. What is 55? The amount of downloads that we've already had listened from Johnny's podcast in 3 days of Real Locker Room Talk.
crazy.
It's just staggering, you guys.
Yeah, that's fun. That's exciting.
That's
Johnny revolutionizes the podcast.
Oh
He really
my
does.
goodness, the Instagram page going crazy,
Absolutely.
crazy, man.
That's awesome. That's what
and
I
I
like to
think
hear.
that's enough. I mean, that's all. Like, do we even need more help? Well, yeah, we do, and yeah, we're getting it from Mitch. Cue your music. Mitch,
I
cue
don't know what's not
your music.
There we go. There we go. Sorry, I don't know why.
No, it's good. Hey, you know what? On the fly.
There it is.
Yeah, it's what we do. On the fly. Coming through. That's right. We're getting downloaded from a beautiful radio station called Agape Greek Radio, AGAPE GreekRadio.com, where you can stream Real Locker Room Talk on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, anywhere you are in the world. So guess what? Your wife or husband's dragging you to go see the family members that you don't want to see because you don't even speak the language and you're in some god-awful country and they take you to the village because they tell you that the village is the place to be. Meanwhile, you go and you just go right past the city where all the amazing boys and girls are and by the beaches. Yeah, we've all been there. Guess what? You got Real Locker Room Talk. Okay? And it's all thanks to Stan the Man and the whole team over there that helps make it possible. So thank you very much. Remember, in November, they got their gala show. It's coming in hot. Get on AgapeGreekRadio.com, Agape Greek TV. Take it away.
Boom. Well done.
Thank you.
And you know what? You just relived my entire youth of going to Greece. Right there in one
That
shot.
made me breathless.
And not practice actually just came to me.
That just-
I have to brag.
hey.
You know me, I'm a self-loather.
You love the self-gloss.
I'm
You
a
love the
self-loather.
self-gloss, yes.
People need to know.
You know what? Staying on the Greek train for one quick second. Look, in 2 days, I told you it's snowing today, but it doesn't matter. In 2 days, it's the 3rd annual Hellenic Greek Golf Tournament. Yeah, we'll play through the snow. We'll do it all. But look, it's sold out. So for those that didn't get on, just come on down anyways. Listen, come on down, watch some real professionals get together and make life happen, playing a great game, that being golf. I don't know what to expect. I have a feeling that the golf course is really going to try to push us to play.
Could be a hard green.
Could be a hard
Could
green.
be a really hard
I
green.
got to really lay them up nicely there. So we'll see what happens. But bottom line, it's going to be a great event. 144 people sold out, and it'd be a shame to see it go to waste, all because of Mother Nature and Old Man Winter teaming up against the Greeks. But we will persevere, and we will play this game, and we'll make it happen and make some money for everybody involved. We
If
are
you
pumped.
smell what the Hellenic community is cooking.
Boom. There we
Hey, just looking at the weather, it's supposed to be sunny all the way
Right.
till next weekend.
Okay.
And highs of a balmy 6 degrees.
Yeah, this is not looking
But
good.
the snow should be gone. The snow should.
That's
be
right. That's what matters.
We'll
hey,
see.
wear some pants.
Yeah.
We're gonna golf with
Well,
shorts
yeah,
all the
what are
time.
you gonna do? It's October, for God's
We're
sakes.
a
Put some
windbreaker.
pants on.
You've been here before.
Come on.
I gotta say, that's
Yeah.
one thing that bugs me. It bugs me in Calgary, but it bugs me anywhere in the world, right? Because when people live in a place long enough and they come in and they're like, oh, can you believe, Margaret, I can't believe that it's snowing in October.
True.
I hate you guys. Shut up.
Well, let's take it to the next step. Why is it that this city, especially, we
Yeah.
have snow literally at any moment? We could have snow in April, May, July, October. Why does
August.
the city?
It's happened in August.
It has.
Why does everyone forget how to drive? It drives me bonkers. It drives me like
crazy.
we've all dealt with the worst of the worst. You guys, come on. A little sleet is going to stop you from driving. Little sleet. Jeff's upset. I'm upset. Well, speaking of snow, let's talk about ice. Let's start off this podcast right with
Let's
a little
do it.
NHL hockey.
I love it. He shoots, he scores.
Yeah, let's do it. Listen, it's 1 weekend. There isn't a lot to report, but this is what I wanted to start the podcast off with, and that's a little of Johnny Hockey last week. He made some crazy bold predictions. You made some bold predictions. I made some bold predictions, and it was a great time. We got some great feedback from the roster telling us, hey, I really liked what we heard from all three of you guys, but Johnny Hockey, it's like this guy literally does have a crystal ball. Did you notice who the worst team in the NHL is right now?
The 0-3 San Jose
Exactly.
Sharks.
Johnny called it
Unbelievable.
last week and said they're going to come off to the slow start and then they're going to have that big pickup later on. And right now, I mean, get this guy to buy you some lottery tickets because this
John
kid can
Stradamus?
it's exactly it. Exactly it. So, going from there, let's jump over to what is going on. Tonight, the Calgary Flames, a local team, I don't always like talking about them, but I'm just going to bring this up because it's been the topic of conversation over the last couple of days. They're playing the LA Kings, okay? We're both Pacific teams, both on the Pacific Division. And you got our guy, the little pest, the man that we just gave some money to, Matthew Tkachuk. Him and Doughty don't like each other. A couple years ago, Tkachuk threw an elbow, got a little suspension out of it, but Drew Doughty has not forgotten about this, and neither has the media. And so every time we play these guys, the media's in there, kind of the little shots of the ribs over to Doughty. Hey, what's gonna happen with Tkachuk? Are you guys gonna fight each other? You guys gonna do everything? And Drew Doughty is not a very shy guy. He's come out just today and said, you know what? I'm a good player. He's not that great. He wants to come after me. I'll take care of him. Tkachuk on the other side, kind of listening to it, not really paying too much attention to it, trying to be the bigger man, but you can tell he's getting a little mad. My question to you, Dimitri, is this. A couple weeks ago, I said, hey, I don't like that the Calgary Flames and the Edmonton Oilers are making trades with each other because it's taken away from the rivalry.
Yes.
I am a huge fan of when it becomes personal. Like, I don't want to see these guys do anything illegal and do something super cheap, but I think that this is why Calgary and LA all of a sudden has a little bit of a rivalry brewing, and it has been for the last 3 years. Is the media throwing in a little fire in there? Sure. But my thing is this, are you okay with seeing a little bit of personal hatred towards team instead of just team on team hatred.
100%. I love it. I love it. I love it. And I hope we're going to slowly start to get back to it, because what's happened in the NHL and quite frankly in in a lot of other sports is that because it's become such a big business, the playoffs are always the true reflection of how players want to play, how they should be playing, and how they feel. Because if you notice, in any playoff format, they are at each other. It's almost like they got a vacation with each other for at least 4 games to a maximum of 7 in respective sports, and they are happy with coming after each other. But the regular season has fallen off. It's fallen off because they're like, it's a business, guys. Let's not get hurt. Come on, we're all playing. We're all here. It's a regular season. Let's all make it there. We're making millions of dollars now, right? But yes, I love it. I'm glad that the media is doing their job, and as they should, to throw this stuff out there. Look, It sells tickets, it sells ratings, and it's the nature of the game. You have touched on this many times in the past, and this is why you're 100% right, because why does everybody have to get along?
Yeah,
right? Like,
exactly.
You play in Edmonton, I hate you.
Yeah, that's right.
Until further notice.
Exactly.
Until further notice. Like when James Neal goes to Edmonton.
2 goals already, by the way. 2 goals. Just saying.
You got gun shy. Originally you said 40 and took it down. And
it's okay. 30's lots when he had 2 last year.
Fair enough.
And he's already matched it. Hey, come on.
So, I absolutely love it. I say bring more of it. But when those guys went over and Lucic came over here, they should have got beat up a little. Like, hey, you got to pay for your crimes.
Yes.
Okay? It's like a froshing, a hazing, if you will.
You and Lucic, you are just going to the Luch. Listen, this is my whole thing. And for those that don't maybe understand where I'm going with this, rivalries right now are falling apart. So the other day I was watching a little college football. College football to me was the biggest rivalry thing you'd watch. It didn't matter which university or which college was playing each other. You just seemed to always have one side of the field pro one team, and obviously the away team was on the other side, but you could just tell that that's what made the game even more fun. If everyone's getting along, both on the field and in the crowd, what do you got yourself? You got that's not sports. Let's go across the pond.
Sorry.
Let's go over to English soccer for a second.
It's still the entertainment business, and they need to remember that.
That's right. Right now, would a Manchester United fan sit with a Manchester City fan? Never, never, never. Now, during the week, they might work together. Hey, buddy, how you doing? My team's going to beat your team. But they would never, ever sit on the same side of the field. But that's what's happening right now. We're getting too soft, you guys. We got to start. Let me go back over to our side of the pond again. Remember some of the best playoff series? I'm thinking right off the bat, Detroit and Avalanche. Why did they shouldn't have a rivalry.
Took it right out of my head.
But why do they have a rivalry, Dimitri?
Claude Lemieux.
Exactly. Now, granted, that was a full cheap shot and all that, but that didn't just spill into one. That went on for a good while, man.
For years.
And on top of it, they were the 2 best teams to add on top of it, so it added even more.
Philly-Pittsburgh.
Exactly.
Who doesn't get excited when you see Philly-Pittsburgh? And Crosby comes and goes, I hate that guy.
Right.
Giroux's like, I hate him. Like, it is amazing. And then 2 years later, they're going to be playing in the Olympics together, potentially.
Exactly.
It's unreal.
How about let's take it to the national level? When Canada's playing U.S. in hockey, I don't want to sit with a U.S. guy. I mean, good. If they win, they win. Okay, whatever. But I don't want to sit next to him. I want to cheer for Canada, and And if I am going to sit next to him, I'm going to say my thing, and he's going to say it, and he's going to get it.
He's going to get it.
He's going to get a little maple syrup. Is what he's going to get. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I just feel like. Yeah. The media is trying to wrap it up, and then the other side of the media is going, well, guys, come on, we all got to get along, we got to be happy and friends and blah blah blah. No, let us all hate each other. That's just what sports is all about. Outside the rink, friends. Inside the rink, no friends.
Look, again, they need to just copy the WWE. Get some storylines in there.
I like that.
Do some promos.
Not bad.
Could you imagine if one of those guys was like, well, let me tell you something, brother. When the Columbus Blue Jackets march into Vancouver, how would you
not? Why not? It's been working for years for them. Why not?
And why are people not taking aims at Gary Bettman?
I love it.
You got to take it at Gary Bettman.
But you know what? Think about this. Every time he goes to present the Stanley Cup, he gets booed every time, right? It's his claim to fame now. What's wrong with that? That's great. He loves it. Do
Yes.
it. The heel works. Be the heel if you got to
Yeah,
be the heel.
be the heel.
Here's an or.
See, Bevan's got to walk into no chance.
Exactly.
That's what you
Let me throw out these names, and I guarantee you, the
okay.
back of your hair, the back of the hair on the back of your head's going to stand up. Kessler or Perry. Who's more annoying?
Kessler.
Kessler.
Yeah.
See, the funny thing is, but if you had a chance, you're the Flames GM now. Would you have grabbed Kessler at any time?
I take Perry over Kessler.
Okay, fair enough.
In
Respect.
my opinion, right.
But would you take a Kessler?
Of course.
Exactly.
The question.
No, exactly. Here's another one: Marchand or Theron Fleury. Both in their primes, by the way.
Theron Fleury.
Yeah, I think so too.
Theron Fleury.
But again, Fleury
I don't
was
know
that
by
guy.
much, though. I don't
know
know by much.
But see, these agitator guys that cause all the buzzing in the dressing room, maybe even on the ice, obviously on the ice, these are the guys you want. So let them be themselves. Let them do their thing.
Right.
Because the one thing that I'll finish it off on this, Kachuk 3 years ago, when he threw that elbow, and maybe it was illegal or not, I'm sure it was pretty bad if he got suspended for it. And let's assume that the NHL did their due diligence and got suspended. He wasn't the same after. Why? Because he was trying to play a different way. I'm not saying go out there and elbow everyone in the face, all right? But if you're a gritty, nasty, tough player, then you got to be that, and you can't stop for anybody. And if Drew Doughty's still mad at you, then hey, tonight, drop him and go at it again.
Sure.
But just them two. I don't want to see like outside interference. I don't want to say, if you two are going to fight every time you see each other, then do it. Get it out. Get it out. But don't tell me that I shouldn't be wishing for this, because I am wishing for it.
At the end of the
I
day,
am.
people love it. Everyone is.
Absolutely,
Everyone
they
is.
do.
They need us
Absolutely.
on that ice. They want us on that ice.
It's true, man. It's true. As much as we hate to admit it, we're Neanderthals at the end. We just want to see fighting. We want to see guys doing it. All right. Well, I just wanted to kind of touch and go on that one. Again, it's only been 1 week into the NHL. That's it. That's all I got.
Yeah, love
All right?
it.
I like it.
Yeah, love it.
So again, to Johnny, thanks for giving us the insight. 0-3 San Jose.
The guy, 14. He said, was it 14 games by December 15th?
Yeah.
Guy might be right. More
Guy
and more
might
you
be
think
right.
about.
He's on to
He's
something.
trending,
He must be doing analytics when his parents send him up.
Son
to his
of a
room.
gun.
He's doing something. That guy.
and in 3 languages.
3 languages, exactly. Listen, from there,
Yeah.
maybe we should get him to start working on NFL stuff, okay? Because first quarter's done. We talked about it. So technically, we're in the second quarter
That's
of
right.
the NFL season, and I got to be honest, I'm flustered. I'm frustrated. Why? Because the games that were played last week are doing the same thing that happened to me when I was 16 years old. I don't know what's happening. I'm looking at the girl across from me. She's giving me the wink. I think she likes me, but then I see her talking to the other guy. So I'm all confused again. I don't know what I want. I don't know what team to cheer for. I don't know who's good, who's not. Each week and each year, damn you NFL, you guys keep doing it. You keep changing it up. I don't know what you guys want. Why? In one way, I want you guys just to be who you are. But then on the other side, you dumb. I love the chase. I love it. I love it.
That's it.
I can't help
Preach it, brother.
I can't help it.
It's all about the chase.
Let's quickly go through some of the scenarios, and then we'll stop on one topic.
Yeah.
Let's quickly talk about the Bears over in London. They had their inaugural. The NFL is now basically perched over there. They're gonna have a few games for the rest of the remainder of the year. It was the Bears and the Raiders. Raiders take a huge lead. Bears come back, then lose that lead. Is Coach Gruden maybe the coach of the year already? Starting up.
I mean, for that much money a year, he's got to be one of these years for sure. Look, I like him. I do like him as a coach, and I do like what he's doing in Oakland, and he's trying to do it the right way, right? I don't know. Is he too hard at times? Is he too stringent on his own rules? Maybe that's debatable. But I like the fact that he's like, look, when you get the belief of an organization and they say, look, Grudes, baby, sugar, honey, you're going to be here for a while. How many years you need?
Yeah.
You want 5 minimum? Okay, we'll give you 5. We don't care what the season has. He has that confidence, right? So, I don't know, coach of the year. Yeah, let's be honest.
I only say that because of the AB situation, the Burfect situation. He's lost so many guys and all these things.
True.
I'm just saying it
And
jokingly,
that
obviously.
Thing was BS, by the way.
It's
complete
crazy.
BS.
We'll get to that. Don't worry, I got
later.
that later, yeah.
But look, I'll tell you that game, I was most disappointed with the Bears. Yeah, I get you mounted the comeback in the second. I get it. Second half, you mount this comeback. It's looking good. You finally get it. Fine. But I'm sorry. Where's his defense?
Yeah. You took the words out of my mouth.
Where is this defense?
Yeah, where is it?
Because last year, the Bears had a really good defense. They played well. Look, let's call it what it is. They missed the field goal.
Yeah.
But they had all the momentum, and they should have won the game.
Sure.
Okay, bad luck. But then you get Khalil Mack. Then you get him on top.
There's the Groot
where
factor
is it?
again.
Where is it?
Exactly.
Where's the defense?
Where's the defense?
And you know what? I'm convinced, maybe you're right, now that I'm thinking about this. Maybe
Sure.
he should win not only Coach of the Year, but the Groot should win Dad of the Year. Because Khalil Mack, you want out? You would have been straight if you stayed with me.
That's
How
right.
many times did I tell you?
That's right.
Walk the straight and
It's
narrow.
true. You
Things
want.
are good here. Now you go over here and what? Look
What?
at you now.
Now what?
Look at you now.
You got remember, there's two sides of the ball. There's defense, not bad. Where's your offense?
Where is
no
it?
offense in Chicago.
What happened?
What are you gonna do?
There you
A guy
go.
named Mitch. He's hurt. What are you gonna do? Mitches have a chronic shoulder problem. I had a shoulder problem.
You had it.
I didn't know. I honestly did. And the funny thing is, this Mitch has got a shoulder problem. He's never gonna be the same. I'm gonna tell you, we Mitches, we never survive from the shoulder problems.
It's crazy.
Yeah. Let's jump over. Look, last week you told the other guys, I had it in rapid banter. I said Christian McCaffrey. I said Barrett from the defensive player over at Tampa Bay. I said Russell Wilson. Shine up that trophy because Mahomes winning it. Guess what? After last week's performance and the start of Q2, my vote is now for McCaffrey. That guy is unstoppable. And Russell is a close second. And Mahomes, I'm sorry, it wasn't just because of the one game. Don't get me wrong, you're still a Maga. But you've dropped a third on my ranking for MVP.
third.
Yeah, man. I swear to God, I had Russell Wilson pretty high on there. I had him probably first. But after what I saw McCaffrey do, and let's call it really quickly what it is. Carolina, Cam Newton's gone. Carolina really has who? DJ Moore? Whoop-de-doo. Samuels? Whoop-de-doo. Greg Olsen? He's older than me. What are you going to do? Allen? He's an up-and-coming quarterback. You have one guy. The other team knows there's only one guy, and this guy
true.
is still dominating the game.
Great old line, let's be honest, though.
It's a good O-line. It's not a great O-line, but they are dominating.
okay, it's
Christian
good. You're right,
McCaffrey
you're
is
right.
that good.
Yes, he is.
That's it.
Yeah, who says white men can't jump? You know what I
It's
mean?
not
This
truth.
guy is just, I know what you're saying because
Yeah.
it's not, okay, he runs in for, I think it was 4 touchdowns, correct?
Correct.
Yeah, so besides that, he has an altered game. He's been doing this all year.
Yeah.
Actually, he's been doing this ever since he's gotten into the league and played with the Carolina Panthers. It's been doing fantastic. Really, if anything, because of the lack of Cam Newton and the throws by the
Right.
Carolina Panthers, we're getting to see now the maximum potential. It's really kind of nice watching. I will agree with you that Mahomes. Mahomes is still my top guy.
Okay.
Still my top guy.
Sure.
Not by much because you're right. That Russell Wilson, I'm telling you.
He's right there. He's right there.
He's right there.
And with less. Just throwing that out there.
And with less.
So, if we're going to talk about who the MVP is, let's go on the real opposite side. There are 4 teams remaining that haven't won a game. The Bengals, the Dolphins, the Jets, and the Redskins. And the Redskins just fired their head coach this week. Who is the worst team in the NFL?
For me, it's the Washington Redskins because they at least had kind of an expectation.
I'm
Okay?
going to go with the Dolphins because last week we said it. There's beer vendors selling 2 beers for $724. That's how bad it's gotten. That you have to pay that much money to get that drunk to be at the game. It's got to be the Dolphins. Okay, well, there's 2 remaining teams now that are undefeated. New England and San Francisco.
Super Bowl preview. The Brady versus
Who
the
do you like?
Garoppolo.
Who do you like? I think it's kind of self-explanatory.
Obi-Wan versus Darth Vader. Are we seeing it live in action? He's
you know what?
coming back.
Isn't that the truth? Let me throw this question. Are you a believer in San Francisco?
I'm a believer that San Francisco is a good team.
Yeah.
No question about it. Again, I'll always maintain. Garoppolo comes in at the tail end of the season a couple years ago. Okay, goes 7-0. Now, I know everything's different, but let's not forget the guy got injured. The team changed. The team also got a little bit better on defense. Okay,
Yeah.
and the running game has improved as well. So there's a few more weapons, but they still haven't been extremely tested though, Mitch.
Right.
They're coming up against the Rams, I believe, this week.
That's right.
This will be a really good litmus test. whether they win or lose. Because if they do lose, because the Rams, we know how good the Rams are. The Rams are good. But if they do lose, I want to see how they lose. What kind of game is it? Right? And that to me is where I will make my full opinion on. Right now, they're a good team, not a great team. I can't look. You beat Cleveland on Monday Night Football. Whoop-de-woo.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Buddy, it's outside of the media loving, and they only love Cleveland because now they just keep throwing gasoline into their own fire.
Well, you said it
right?
the other week. How much TV time and prime time does Cleveland
it's
get?
ridiculous, man.
They are just
it's getting to the point where,
faces.
and you know what? I wouldn't care if they were a good football team. If they were that team that was cocky and winning and doing their thing and just kind of strutting their stuff, wicked. But when it's 31-3 on Monday Night Football and you were hoping on a really good game of two young quarterbacks and all that fun stuff. No, you know what? Yeah, I'm kind of tired of the Cleveland thing. I hope they take a couple of weeks. I hope that the media and the NBCs and all the other guys have put them to the back burner for a bit because that's where they deserve to be. Let them revamp and let them restart again. From there, I want to talk about the real subject that I want to kind of finish off the NFL with. The Sunday night game, all right? And it's the Chiefs and it's the Indy Colts. And if you're an avid NFL fan and you're a sports fan, you know who won that game. It was Indy. But it was how Indy won. And this is where I want to have this discussion. Did anyone notice, and Collinsworth kept talking about it, that offensive line, and Al Michaels kept talking about it, and how do you stop the most dynamic player in Mahomes? Very simple. You leave him on the bench. You leave him on the bench because you control the clock. Is old school football literally beating out new school football? Because what I saw, it doesn't just beat it. And if it's done correctly, there's no way you can match up with it. You can throw all these wide receivers and 4-2 runs and wide receivers that can jump a mile up in the sky. But if you're on the bench because the other team can run the ball and control the clock, there's nothing you can do about it. And I am pumped. If you could see my face right now, roster, you guys would see that I am pumped. Like, is it as exciting? No. But it's good quality football. Old school versus new school. Old school's coming back.
Well, I'll tell you what, when it comes to superstars in any sport, they need to play. Anytime you stifle a superstar, that they don't get the court time, the ice time, in this case, Mahomes, the field time, offense time, they don't do well. They suffer. Right? They need to touch the ball. They need to play with the puck. They need to have the minutes. They need these, and you're absolutely right. They get colder than most.
Exactly.
Because they're used to being red hot all the time and being in that spotlight. As opposed to, and prime example, take a look at a guy on special teams.
Sure.
Okay? Take a look at the guy who receives a ball on special teams or a kicker.
Right.
How many minutes a game they play?
Exactly.
Nothing.
Exactly.
But they know that going in. They're trained for that. They're trained to go from ice to even more ice. They'll warm up just like this. But these superstars, when they cool down, they need NyQuil.
Exactly.
They need all the drugs.
It's 90 time.
It's 90 time. It's like, I need help. They need what am I supposed to They don't get it.
They need they need me to hold them and coddle them just like I do to Kostaki. Just like that. It's okay.
That's right.
It's okay.
That's right.
It's time to go to sleep. It's okay.
Well, and they gotta take advantage of this because it's. But here's my question. Let me throw it back to you really quick before we move on.
Yeah.
Is it the offensive coordinator's fault for? Sometimes I feel that they take too much time as an offense. To score.
Well, are you talking about Kansas City or are you saying?
So they tell Patrick Mahomes, hey, look, this is how we're going to run the offense. Yeah, we want you to have the ball. We want you to have the ball. Well, if the defense doesn't pull through.
Right.
And they give up too much time there. But in the game plan, they try to. They don't let these offensive players go out there and just kill and get them used to saying, look, if you do it in 3 plays, do it in 3 plays.
Right.
Like I hate when they run the clock in like the first half.
Sure. I got what you're saying. I think the one thing that I'm starting to learn, and this is just me talking my own personal opinion. It seems like the defense every year figures out the offense, but the offense doesn't want to make adjustments to the defense. And don't follow me on this, okay?
Well, they do. It's called the rules.
Right.
It's called the pass interference rules.
Oh, by the way, don't even get me started on this right now. What I want to say is simply this. If I'm Kansas City that day, and I get that they have a whole playbook and it's large, but what happens when Indy's doing this? And by the way, Indy did this to them. This is what New England did to them in the AFC Championship game last year. They kept Mahomes on the sidelines. It did end up being more of a aerial battle and more of an offensive game, but watch, more teams are going to start trying to do this. I'm not saying everyone's going to succeed against Kansas City doing this, but they're going to try to keep Mahomes on the sideline. So what are you going to do, Kansas City, to adjust to that? Maybe you need to start running the ball a little bit. Maybe you need to start doing stuff like that. And you know what? I think that even if they went out and got a good running back, they still wouldn't do it because they want to keep showcasing that Mahomes does no-look passes and stupid stuff that doesn't mean anything. That's why Belichick keeps winning, because Belichick keeps doing what does work. That's running the ball, playing fundamental football, not having a superstar. If you are a DraftKings or a FanDuel guy, you should, and I play each week, and it's
Stay
one of the
away
most
from New England running
You
backs,
have to
ever.
because what do? You got a Sonny Michel one week, and then you got a Rex Burkhead the next week, and then you got the next guy. There's guys scoring touchdowns that I don't even know where they're coming from. There's something to be said about you got to keep your superstar playing like one, but you also can't give them the ball every single time. You got to mix it around because the NFL, and here's my last example. Here's Lamar Jackson. I'm not going to say I told you so yet.
You relax.
I know, but
You bite
first two
your
games,
tongue.
guy came out scoring, scorching the earth. Last week, 3 interceptions. The defenses are starting to figure him out. They're starting to figure out that he's not. They're basically calling him out, saying, "Hey, try to pass it on us. It's not working." The offenses have to start doing the same thing as much as the defense are doing. That's why I think running the ball, old school football, might be boring, but it wins you games. It wins you Super Bowls. Watch out, Kansas City. I'm a little nervous for you, Mahomes. I'm a little worried for you.
He'll bounce
for you.
back.
Listen, from there, let's quickly talk. Last week we got scorched a little bit. We got in a little trouble from our Real Locker Room Talk fantasy guys because they say we don't talk enough about them. So you know what? I pulled it up. I asked Marketing Matt. By the way, what happened on Marketing Matt's date last week?
He didn't follow up.
Nothing.
He didn't follow up.
What do you think that means, though?
I don't think it sounds good. I don't think it sounds good.
I have a feeling if something happened, he would have told us.
Do you think he overspent?
I think he
You
overspent.
think you overspent first date?
That's probably why he didn't drive all the way here.
Probably.
Well,
In all fairness, I like to rib the guy. You know how it
Well,
is.
we love him.
But he's dealing with something right
You
now.
know what? I love him, but now I'm looking at where we're standing in the standings in Real Locker Room Talk, and I don't love him anymore. All right. Number 1 overall, once again, it's Daniel at 5-0, ace in the jar.
He listened to the call. I knew it, baby. I knew you'd come back and do Daddy proud. I love you.
And then
I love you.
the other guy that you called out, Mr. Timo Time Milan at 4-1, and Big Data 4-1, and third place, Absolute Units, Calvin and Tommy at 3-2. The Chupalo,
Chupalo.
and that's Dijon at 3-2, and the that's Tasso at 3-2. Good old Tasso.
I love how Dan made he just totally picked the episode name, the Chupalo.
The Chupalo. I love it. And then let's go down.
You should go 1 up just for that.
Let's jump over to 7th place. It's held by us, the Real Locker Room Talk guys. I swear to God, Matty, if you don't start making some trends, you are going to get cut faster than the Redskins fired their head coach. And then it's the Evil Empire, Paul Demakis in 8th place. Paul might be crushing us in the pools section of Real Locker Room Talk, and we'll get to that in a minute. But he's not doing so well in the fantasy, Paul.
Oh, no.
And then it's Richard Johnson. That's Travis. Oh, big Travis, huh? You always want to cut me down?
No, that's another Travis.
Oh, that's another Travis.
That's
Oh,
my
sorry, Travis. Oh,
He's a good Travis.
Come on, Travis.
But
Come
the
on,
other
buddy.
guy's a good Travis, too.
No,
I
there
like
he
it.
is. Oh, the one that I want to cut down. Get your popcorn ready at number 10. These sound like horses, like we're at the racetrack.
And get your popcorn ready coming around the turn.
Good old Travis. I love that kid. And then it's a Saquon D's Nuts at number 11, and my brother Jerry and the boys at 0-5. The two boys that are about to get relegated. Pick up your game, boys. Pick up your game. And Travis, you know who I'm, the real Travis, the Travis I know. You're really, for a football guru, as you keep calling me out on stuff, 1-4. I don't know, buddy. 1-4.
I don't know.
I'm just saying.
The two Dallas Cowboy fans, they're right at the bottom.
I love it. I love it.
Goodness.
It
It's like
feels
they
good.
were on Sunday afternoon.
So major props to Ace in the Jar and Timo Time.
Timo Time, baby. Ace in the
First
jar.
and second. Keep it going, boys. Well done. From there, we jump to the NFL pools. Dimitri, I'll let you explain exactly what happened last week.
It is amidst this cold weather and snowfall. It is a glorious day in the locker room because, roster,
We did it.
we are a podcast of the people. We understand when it's kids' day, okay, at the buffet, and you gotta let them in and you give them a little discount. You throw them a bone. You let them hang on for a bit. And we did just that. Sure, everyone can say, oh my goodness, your picks are off the rockers, but it's not that we were throwing games, but we're entertainers. We're for the people. We don't want to one and done someone, but we finally did it. We finally did it. We have dethroned Paul DeMakis.
Took some work.
It did take some work. No, you know what? The guy knows his football, and it wasn't easy because it came down. It came down to the wire because Paul decided to stick with his 5-star New England Patriots pick, and that's all fun and that's awesome. Yeah, I'll do missionary for the rest of my life too, Paul.
Hey man, if it works, it works. Okay, that's just like, if it works, it works.
Yeah, I'm just saying, sometimes,
Fair enough, I get it, but I'm just saying.
Change it up on the mound.
I just don't know. You got to cut down the mish. The
I'm not
mish is
cutting
good.
down the mish. I'm just saying, you're not gonna. You're not going to need one food for the rest of your life.
People around the world use the mish. Some people don't even know the other stuff.
Even dogs need to change from the kibbles and bits.
As Jeff alluded to a couple podcasts ago.
Where do we go from here? What were we talking about? No, and we picked our team.
Right.
The real boys.
The guys.
Not the Cowboys, but the Green Bay Packers.
Boom.
That laid the smack down on the Dallas Cowboys that we decided to pick as our 5-star money-making matchup of the week that put us over the edge and you down the hill, rock bottom. But seriously, Paul, I mean, you're probably going to win this thing because that was, that puts
a hell of
it
a
at,
run.
Now, Paul's record is 3-1-1.
That's right.
With the roster.
Boom. So what does that mean? Paul's done. He's done fantastic, and we'll probably see him in the finals.
We'll probably see him in the finals. He could come back again. I don't know.
Who stepped up? Who's next on the roster that wants to take you and I on?
Who stepped up?
Who stepped
up from day one?
Right.
Said Paul doesn't even deserve to be there because I could go longer. I beat him in the Lufa Championship. I beat him in every contest that you have.
Oh.
I'm the guy that should be the inaugural pick'em person. And that one is no more
Bobby Lashley.
Other than Justin Bieber. No. Bobby Lashley. Tasso. The Lufa, the reigning, defending, golden Lufa roster member of the year. Tasso has stepped up to the plate. He has sent his picks. He's even sent in his 5-star, and he wants to go against Mitch and Dimitri. And you know what? We're going to post it on Instagram, but let's tell you how serious we are, Tasso.
Yeah.
Mitch is wearing his TNG Mob Squad.
Boom, boom.
Not to support you.
No.
But to taunt you.
To taunt you.
Not
you think I'm on your side?
No, Eugene.
You bought me a free shirt. Of course I'm going to wear it. Listen, we agreed on these games. We both took the Pats to beat the Giants. We both took the Bucks to beat the Panthers. I'm still itchy on that one. We both took the Redskins to beat the Dolphins. We took the Ravens to beat the Bengals. We took the Falcons, and I'm still weird about that one. I feel like that one's going to come back and bite us both in the ass. To beat the Cards. We took the Rams to beat the 49ers. We took the Titans to beat the Broncos. We took the Cowboys to beat the Jets. We took the LA Chargers to beat the Steelers. And we took the Packers on Monday night to beat Detroit. What games didn't we agree on? I can't figure this one out, Tasso. You took the Saints. Dimitri, we took the Jags.
Oh, we took the Jags. What? Are we in Bizarro world?
You think Teddy Bridgewater is going to go 5-0? You think he's going to just carry this team right to the end? Are you crazy?
By the way, we just played
Are we a crazy lad?
We know how the Jags play.
The other game, the Browns and the Seahawks. Tasso, did you not watch Monday Night Football? You took the Browns. We took the Seahawks. That's it. I'm not going to say anything else. That's a layup. And then, finally, the two teams that I've always kind of despised if you haven't picked up on it. It was the Vikings versus the Eagles. He took the purple team. Finally, somebody took the purple team because we took the Eagles.
Yeah, we don't have to.
Fly, Eagle, fly. And then finally, he took the Texans. We took the Chiefs. Why? Because they got an MVP, man.
Well, not just that. There's another reason why we decided to take the Chiefs.
Oh, right.
It's because the Chiefs are the money-making
5-star
pick of the week. That's right. That's what we got. And what would have thought? What would he's probably got something exciting.
Oh, absolutely. Let's take a look. He took the Pats as well.
He took the New England Missionaries. That's
Exactly.
what he did.
I told you, don't call them that because you're making it seem like missionary is a bad thing.
I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I'm just saying it's not the only
Just
thing.
saying.
It's not the only thing.
But just remember,
Oh, come on,
the
man.
Mish.
You never picked up one of your sister's Cosmos? I mean, for the articles. Let's see.
Well, of course, yeah.
okay.
Well, obviously. You know, it's funny you say that. I did a few times.
Me too,
It's
actually.
like the woman's
Couple good
Bible, from
reads.
what I understand.
Couple good reads
Back in the
there.
day, that's what they used
You know,
to
they put
refer
effort
to.
in that magazine.
Yeah, they did.
They really did.
I was always a big guy on Maxim. What magazine did you get?
Maxim was a good one.
That was a good
yeah,
one.
Maxim. But I hate to say it, cat's out of the bag. But you know what I actually did like was the old school Playboy, the one with the actual articles in it and a little eye candy too. It is.
You know,
what it
it's
is.
funny you say that. The other day I went to 7-Eleven to go pay for my thing, and they still got the rack in the back of the
They
Playboy.
do.
And I find it funny. I always wondered,
Are they throwing
does
the-
somebody actually buy them?
Do they get the free DVD still?
I don't know. I couldn't
'Cause
see.
that,
I literally.
that was
Yeah,
the
you
deal.
you only buy them for the free DVD.
That's awesome.
I'm kind of a hustler guy myself.
Yeah, well, fair enough. Respect,
Jeff,
respect.
honestly, I would have pegged you for swank, but I have more respect for you.
I just one day I want to be in the grocery store or the gas station when the guy or maybe gal, who knows, is picking up that Playboy. I just want to see it because I can. You know what? Next time I'm gonna visually ask the guy, or I may just ask him how many copies you got, and each week I'm gonna ask how many more. I want to see.
What's inventory?
Yeah, what's inventory? Do you have 5 copies? You do? Okay. Next week I'm coming in. How many more? Because there's no way they're replenishing that. I guarantee you, there's magazines from like 2015
Yeah, and you know
back
what I
there.
never understood? People that lost big on the market, the comic book stores. How do these people not get in the skin game like that? They're already selling the comic books.
You got a good point. Yeah.
I mean, it's crazy.
You know what? And that's where you can go in solitude, right? If you're a nerd and you love picking up your comic books, you go to the
Yes.
comic book store. What's wrong with having a couple of those sitting around, a couple of Playboys sitting around? I'm going to bring this up to Comic Book George.
You should know what's he
This
doing.
is a niche market.
Get back in the game. What
Some
are they
people
doing?
would really appreciate this. I'm
We're
going to bring it up
podcast
to
to the
them.
people.
Comic Book George is going to find out. He was on the podcast once. Let's do this. Do you want to do the Major League Minute or CFL? I'm ready for you. Go
You
ahead.
know what? I'm ready.
Okay,
I'm
I got
because-
the stop clock ready.
Okay,
that's
let-
what I was getting
let me
ready.
know- let me know when your stop
all right.
clock is
Here
ready,
we go. We're going to
because-
start with the Major League Minute Playoff Edition.
Look,
And go.
Look, when we talk about long shafts and hard balls, we're not just talking about the Congo national soccer team. We're talking about Major League Baseball because it's the playoffs. Mitch is making me laugh, but it doesn't matter. I got to get right into it. Look, here's what's happening as of today. The Astros have taken a 2-1 lead over the Rays. They are playing on Tuesday tonight, so that could all change. The Cardinals and the Anthopoulos Braves, they're tied at 2 apiece, and so are the Nationals and the Dodgers. And the Yankees, my pick, are 3-0 with the Schwarzenegger DeVitos. That's right. And lastly, you got to check out Charlie Morton's pitch. This thing has more curve than Danny D, and that's the Major League Minute.
43.83. Not bad. I swear to God. Now I want to go see this curveball. Now I want to see this curveball.
It's a good curve.
It's a good
No,
curve.
the guy throws a curveball.
Yeah.
Jokes, right? I don't want to take up too much time.
No,
Just in a
no,
minute.
go ahead, take your
but
time.
you guys, go on the internet. You got to check the arc, the trajectory this guy's throwing it at. It's unbelievable. At 84 miles per hour.
Unbelievable. That is crazy. All right, Jeff, get ready. It's the CFL Maclin Minute. Starts now. Well, here we go. Well. What did I tell you, Bomber fans? I told you guys couldn't keep a lead. I told you guys were the Cinderellas of the CFL, and you guys had your chance to take over the West again. And what did you do? Oh, you lost to Saskatchewan again. And it's my Riders, the Melonheads, that took you down, and now they lead the West. But wait a minute, how could that be, Mitch? The Stampeders. Oh, guess what, Corollas? After having their bye week last week, they decided to throw up an egg against who? Alouettes. This Real Locker Room Talk's favorite CFL team, the Montreal Alouettes. Brought to you by the Vernon Adams Jr. did it again. MVP. I told you, this is the guy. He's going to do it. It's going to be Montreal, Saskatchewan. Maybe at the end. That's it for the Maclin Minute.
Wow. 58.16.
I've been practicing.
That is phenomenal.
I just look in the mirror and I
Phenomenal.
say, let's do this.
Like you always do.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah, let's do this. Just like you always do.
No, you know what? This Vernon Adam Jr., I don't know why. He's got too many first names, and you know how I am with first names.
That's a lot of first names.
It's too much for me. But this guy goes, and by the way, Montreal clinches a playoff spot because of the win over the
The Lark.
The
Might
Lark.
be the official bird of real locker room talk. Not yet determined, but we're just
Here
throwing
it
it
is.
out there.
Lark or Eagle. Which bird do you not want to see?
In fight mode, the eagle.
Wow.
Yeah. You want to stay away.
I will say I don't know because I've never seen a lark attack.
That would be a great matchup.
I'm a Bomber fan, so I don't want to see no
I know
Larks.
you're upset with me, but I'm just saying.
Larks are stricken from the record. Let it be known.
All right. Well, with that being said, listen, Jeff, right on time. We're feeling good. We're right into rapid banter. Last week,
Yeah.
Jonathan was here. We did the rapid banter, but we had to kind of slightly alter it because, hey, we're kid friendly, kind of ish. With that Kenyan thing that you said or whatever.
What's that?
Yeah. That's a little different. Listen, it's time for
Go
everyone's
look it up
favorite segment.
statistically. Go
No,
look
I
up the
believe you.
Congo.
I'm
Look
just
at
saying.
the stats.
You know what? I held back, and so this week, if we can get through all of it, we got some real rapid banter.
Okay,
going
let's
on.
get it
You
going.
ready going?
I'm ready.
Jeff, you ready?
I'm so ready.
Beautiful. Dimitri, ready?
Oh, I'm ready.
Here we go. NHL. This week, Logan Couture was asked, what team does he cheer for in the NFL? He goes, I secretly cheer for the 49ers, but Bills are my team, but I like the Giants. Who flip-flops more, him or his choice of NFL teams or the San Jose Sharks team organization?
Oh, definitely the organization.
Rapid banter. Rumor is NHL. Rumor is that the Ottawa Senators might have a new buyer looking to take over. Robert Kraft. No joke. If this pans out, should the NHL be worried that he will dominate this sport as well?
I say name change. Ottawa Wild Orchids.
Rapid banter. Well played. UFC. Politicians in Australia want outdated Octagon girls banned from the UFC. Are they right or are they wrong?
Wrong.
Rapid banter. Like, what's their problem? That's
Yeah,
what
yeah,
you
what
guys
do you-
have to worry about?
That's what it is.
Well, don't you have like some
Not the
taxes
need-
to not
Yeah.
raise
Oh,
or
come
whatever?
on.
Wrestling. Chris Jericho was caught cheering for the New York Rangers the other day against the Jets. But he's from Winnipeg. Is this a heel move or a chair shot to the back of the Jets' heads?
Don't you ever make fun of Jericho.
Rapid banter.
This is a non-Winnipeg happy mode today. I'm sorry, Jeff.
You know what I
Seeing
should have
this.
said? Can I redo that last one? I have a better one. What I should have said was, New York Rangers, you just made the list.
Rapid banter. GOAT. This week it was discovered that Tom Brady wears his college shoulder pads from freshman year. Jordan always wore his North Carolina practice shorts under his uniform. Fashion faux pas, or if it works, don't change it.
Yeah, if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Rapid banter. College basketball. This week, college basketball started quietly, and I don't know if you know this, but they actually do start most of their games in the middle of the night. March Madness. It's a midnight thing, or Midnight Madness is what they actually call it, pardon me. Kansas did the crazy thing and invited Snoop Dogg to do the halftime presentation or halftime performance. He brought strippers out of bounds, or I got to start watching NCAA basketball a little bit more.
Isn't that a Friday night dorm room party anyway?
Rapid banter. NFL, kind of. Terrell Owens is in the news again, trying to stay significant, obviously. As you can tell, I hate the guy. He is suing a storage company saying that he had over $1 million worth of stuff stolen from his storage bin. What in God's name could he have had in his storage bin that's worth $1 million?
His first ballot MVP or Hall of Fame, Rapid banter.
See how I did not in any way. I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
NFL.
You love it.
Jenny from the Block and Shakira are going to perform at halftime for the Super Bowl this year in Miami. They said that they will be bringing their entourage of friends. Who's coming?
Dimitri, if that show works out.
Rapid banter. CFL. They announced that Keith Urban is coming to Calgary to perform for the Grey Cup. What are the chances he puts on a better show than the Grey Cup game?
Oh, you know, the odds are 100%
Rapid banter.
Back to NFL. Big Ben can't play. He broke his elbow. I don't know if that's a real medical term, breaking your elbow. He was on the sideline and he was fined. This is no joke. He was fined $5,000 for wearing an Apple Watch on the sidelines. Broke uniform policy, they say. Was this ridiculous fine by the NFL, or maybe they're Google lovers?
Maybe, yeah, that's ridiculous. And maybe they're Google lovers.
Rapid banter.
That's stupid.
Back to the NFL. The Bills-Pats game in Buffalo so they played last week, and we never really got to talk about it because our friend over here. But it turns into, I don't know if you know this, people love to throw sex toys onto the field, and they throw them at Tom Brady specifically, obviously. So the question really is, what sex toy would you throw if you were at the game?
The Congo national team.
Rapid banter.
I think we might have found the title for this new podcast. Back to the NFL. You know what? I was going to rant about the Steelers. I was going to rant about the Packers. I'm going to leave it out. NHL. I forgot to ask Johnny Hockey, Capo Caco or Jack Hughes, who's going to have a better NHL rookie season?
Capo Caco.
Rapid banter. Back to the NHL. Mark Liskew, last preseason game, was caught crushing a mustard package on the bench between shifts. What's your condiment of choice?
Oh, it's definitely mayonnaise.
Rapid banter. NBA. Spicy P, Pascal Siakam, huge part in Toronto winning the NBA championship last year. He is looking to get a max contract, 4-year, $130 million, or 5-year, $170 million. Damn, too spicy, or pass the ranch.
Pass the ranch, baby.
Rapid banter. Philadelphia's finest from South Philly, Kyle Lowry just signed 1 year, $31 million. Like, how much money are these guys getting? Worth every penny, or can't wait to see him in Bad Boys 3?
Both.
Rapid banter. Sticking to NBA. NBA player rankings came out. Zion is ahead of Klay Thompson in the rankings. Social media boost, or they got it right?
Oh, come on.
Rapid banter. NHL. The Maple Leafs gave the C to Johnny Tavares over Austin Matthews. Not a big deal? Big deal.
Uh-oh.
Rapid banter. Back to NFL. Jared Goff, QB for the LA Ram Illuminati, is on Instagram. He should follow us, bro. Quick stat. He has less followers than Joe Rogan's dog. Are you appalled? I did your joke. Did you see what you did?
I did it. I love what you did.
it.
I love what you did. Yeah, and even less than RLRT.
Rapid banter. NCAA. 103 years ago today, Georgia Tech beat Cumberland College 222-0. Sadly, they didn't cover the spread. Mercy rule, or football is football. Run up the score.
Oh, run up the score. You come to play, Cumberland.
Rapid banter. NHL. Carolina Hurricanes and former Boston Bruin and Calgary fame, oh my goodness, Dougie Hamilton. He bagged the kid on his way to the dressing room. Guy humor, or keep it, or come on, ball shots?
Oh my goodness. Yeah, come on. Ball shots?
Rapid banter. Last one. WWE made its debut on Fox. Good move or bad move for wrestling fans?
Good move.
Rapid banter. There it is. Rapid banter.
Great move.
Rapid banter for the week.
We should have snuck in that the wrestling game. We'll do it
let's
next
do it real
week.
quick. We got a couple seconds. I just joking. Larry. No.
Give me a pack of bubblegum Fruitalicious and some Skittles.
Here, I'll do it for you. Watch this.
Yeah.
AEW, the new version of wrestling, or WWE.
Oh, WWE still
See,
for me,
we
man.
fought about this the other day.
Okay, well, how about this? AEW or
Yeah.
NXT?
I like AEW a little bit
Okay. NXT or Impact Wrestling?
more. Oh, no, NXT.
Okay.
But Impact's, you know what? Impact's like that cheesy friend. You kind of have to watch it a little bit.
You know what Impact is? The Impact is a guy who literally is the low budget, whatever. Like, oh, well, we're doing a wrestling show. You should really come out and watch.
They're trying, though. I got to give them some credit.
Just try to stop is what they should do. Just try to stop.
You know what? I heard.
Impact, they got the name right because it's impacting mental health across the people.
You know what's impressive?
watch
I'm going to
it.
say this. So, Impact Wrestling, AEW, WWE's got the variety of shows,
Sure.
NXT. There's a lot of people that go to wrestling. Like,
They
I know
love
it's
it, man.
popular, but it is extremely popular.
Oh, come on. Everyone loves wrestling.
It's true, right?
They do. They
All
do.
right.
They do.
Well, let's
We're not
finish it
alone.
off. Let's finish it off with Maga Malaka. I ask you basically every time we do the podcast.
That's right.
Dimitri, I'm going to do 99% of the lifting. Give me that 1%.
Just the one.
And you always come through. I got to admit, you come through with that 1% every time. And I say, what do you want to do? Tell the people what we're talking about today.
Well, look, there's elections coming up in Canada,
That's
okay?
right.
And there's a lot of people that are looking to be prime minister, but also around the world, a lot of people that are really looking to make a difference. So we decided, Maga Malaka this week, politicians.
Politicians. And you know what? If you're offended, too bad. Here we go. Nice, easy one over
We
the
have the
plate.
right to vote.
Jeff, you ready?
Oh, yeah.
Dimitri, you ready?
Oh, I'm ready.
Beautiful. Well, let's start with a nice, easy one. He's our current prime minister, Mr. Justin
Malaka.
Trudeau.
Malaka. Let it just run for a minute, Jeff.
That's awesome. Here's another one over the plate. He was the governor of California for a while, Arnold Schwarzenegger. Maga or Malaka?
Maga.
Yeah, he was. Maga. I have to admit. You know, talk
Hell of
about
a
that.
job.
What a career
Hell
that
of a
guy's
job,
had,
Arnold.
Right? Hell of a job. He was like
Back doing the Terminator.
Listen, let's go with a nice, easy one here. This guy, you want to talk about a guy that has a cause. What about this guy? Nelson Mandela, in prison for 27 years. Maga or Malaka?
Oh, this guy's a Maga.
He's a super Maga. But my question is, couldn't these people get him out? 27 years?
You got to work a bit faster. But you know what? They didn't have smartphones.
Yeah, no,
They
it's true.
didn't have the smartphone.
No, he's a super Maga.
You know?
Here's one. Jean Chrétien, Prime Minister of Canada at one time.
You know what? For a liberal, for me, I got to say, there's something I liked about him.
I agree with you. Maga it is.
I thought it was great.
Nothing from Jeff.
Jeff, I'll let you pick.
Jeff, we paid for this session. Let's go down to
Are
the
you done
States.
back there yet? Anyway.
Let's go down to the States. Let's go for, you know what, maybe the greatest of all time. This guy could be the GOAT. Bill Clinton. Maga or Malaka?
Oh, come on. MAGA for sure.
It's gotta be, right?
MAGA for sure.
Do you know why it's MAGA? Like, I don't know what else he did. Like, think about it. He was there 2 terms, right? So
Yeah,
8 years.
yeah.
And all I know is that him and Monica had a situation. That's all I know.
But he lied on camera. Adamantly said,
Oh, they shared a cigar.
Exactly. You know what's funny? We started this podcast about how to lie, and then we come back to this. I didn't even realize that. That's amazing.
Genius. We operate at the genius level.
Genius. Yeah, exactly. Let's go with the guy that ran the States for a little while, Mr. Barack Obama. Maga or Malaka?
I'm torn here.
Yeah,
I'm
sure.
I'm really
Hey, listen,
torn.
it's just an opinion. Say what you want. Say what's on your mind.
Probably personally to have a beer with the guy is a MAGA, but overall got to go Malaka for him.
Yeah. You know what? I'm gonna say MAGA because I think the guy turned into a Malaka. I think he was a MAGA all the way in, and then at the very end, he just had to become a Malaka.
Just had to drone people.
Yeah, it's a little bit. Yeah. Good point.
Disappointing.
Very good point. You know what? Let's go over to Greece. I don't know how much you know about Greek politics, but back in the day, or actually he just lost, it's Tsipras. So, Jeff, this guy is the guy that a lot of Greeks are saying kind of wrecked the whole economy. It wasn't really his fault, but he was the guy that
He was the playboy, wasn't he?
He was not him.
No,
the
not
new
him.
guy's the
Oh,
playboy.
okay.
The
Not
new
him.
guy.
Not
I'll get
him.
to him in a second.
Okay,
But
I got him
this
confused.
guy had to implement the tax, so no one
Right,
likes this
right,
guy.
right, yeah.
So I'm gonna give him a MAGA, and
Wow.
only I'll tell you why, dude. He had to be the bad parent here. He had to put the kid over his lap and give him the spanking, and when it wasn't really his fault.
So I'm gonna go Malaka because then he started getting, I got to tell you, I didn't mind him when he came in, but he overstepped a little.
You might
bit.
have been right.
He went
You
a
know what?
little
I'm
too
changing
far.
it. We're going back to Malaka.
We're going
You're going to
Went a
Malaka.
little too
You
far.
convinced me. You convinced
Went a
me.
little too far.
You got it. Now, Jeff's favorite, our favorite, the new guy, Mitsotakis,
MAGA.
full MAGA. Who is this guy?
He's amazing, is what he is.
I think he's a closet NFL fan. I think because he's from the States. He went to school in the States.
You think so?
I bet you he watches a lot of NFL. All right, 2 more and we're done. This one's controversial. Fidel Castro, MAGA or Malaka? That's right. I dropped the bombs here. You wanted to do politicians. I
The
said
Castro?
The Castro.
I gotta go Maga. Or Malaka. I gotta go Malaka.
You're trying to be politically correct.
Nah,
eh?
nah,
You don't want us
it's
to
the
get kicked off.
communism
I
thing.
know what's going on here. I
Look,
know.
man, there's only one communist in my book, and that's Gorbachev.
That's fair enough. You know what? I didn't have him on the list. He should have made it. I got two more and we're done. Sir Winston Churchill, MAGA or Malaka?
Oh man, the Maga. Did you
He's
see
a
the line?
super guy.
What he said about the Greeks?
Of course. Well, I knew that's why you were going to say it was a MAGA, but he has MAGA for other
My
reasons.
high school was called Sir Winston Churchill.
Good point.
You get your name
Good point.
on a Calgary high school.
That's it.
You're Maga.
Hell, good.
You living
great
in
point.
London and Calgary's got the high school.
Isn't that the truth?
You win, buddy.
That's when you
win.
know you've won. Yeah, that's true. That's a good point. Real good point there. Last one. I think it's kind of a self-explanatory one. It's the greatest ruler of all time. Alexander the Great. MAGA or Malaka?
Oh, Maga for sure.
There it is. MAGA. Jeff, that's it. That's podcast 97. We said right from the get-go, we have to try to be pound for pound the best podcast episode. I think it was accomplished.
You know what? We're getting better. We're getting there because we're getting to the centennial, the 100th episode of Real Locker Room Talk. It's going to be tremendous. It's going to be outrageous. It's going to be fantastic. But nothing is fantastic around here unless we get the help from the people that make it possible. We've got to start with Jeff, alchemystudios.ca for all the work that gets done. Headversity.com, agapegreekradio.com. Guys, gals, like I said it, make sure to follow us on the channels. Get us on iTunes, Real Locker Room Talk, at Mitch and Dimitri on Instagram and Twitter. Get on the Facebook page and the discussion community. Guys, please help us out. Please spread the word. Share the podcast with a friend. All of you, we love it. Episode 97. We're shoving this bad boy in the locker because we are going to hit the showers.
Boom. Have a good week. There's no way they could possibly think we're going to golf in this in 2 days.
You never know, man. People are resilient. It's still the day off work.
What do you mean people resilient?
It's still a day off work.
No, not really.
You know what? Tomorrow's the indicator. Because if it's kind of sunny and nice tomorrow, people step outside, see it's tolerable.
Right.
Be there.
You think so?
If you build it, they will come.
I know people want to
See,
take the
you
day
should
off
not get
work,
in contact.
but do people want to take the day off work and freeze outside?
No offense to Jeb Fink. I get the Fink. I like the Fink.
Right.
Okay? He's not the Fink.